part of the business that is rough is always finances. A lot of times finances is number one. Finances and getting people to believe in finances and getting people to believe in what you're doing. If you're doing something and you know that you're an artist, model, actor, comedian, whatever you are, you want people to know who you are, and you want them to know what it is that you do. And it takes money. And I think the hardest part about that back when I first started was I didn't have money. I literally did not have money. I mean, I didn't have my kids back then. I worked part-time. I have a degree in fashion merchandising, so I worked. Most of the time I worked back then, the 80s and all those days, back in the day, I was never full-time. I was never a full-time associate at most of the jobs I worked because there were so many people doing what I did and less companies hiring for what I did. Like fashion merchandising is, if you got 8 people, you can make them all part-time. At Saks or Nordstrom's. Nordstrom wasn't back in Ohio where I was there. It's Kaufman's, things like that. Sears. But I was good at what I did. But I still didn't make the money that I wanted to make. I didn't know what I was supposed to make, Back then, I was, just working, And then I was funny, and I realized that I could go out and do funny stuff. People say, "Oh, imitate Michael, imitate this guy, do that." And I imitate singers and people like that. So then I started doing voices and things like that. So that's, like I said, stand-up comedy was my thing, and I went into theater. Now theater, 13 years ago, I wrote a play. My first play was called Joy Cometh in the Morning. And I didn't have finances, I didn't have any way to pay for that. But I knew I had to do it because it was in me to do. I started asking people I know for money. $25 here, $50 here. Like same thing like Spike Lee did when he wanted to do She's Gotta Have It, whatever. And I started asking people I started making program books and putting people's ads in there. I was making the ads myself. I was creating ads, cutting and pasting, copying. I made friends with people at Kinko's, so I could get free stuff. I made friends with them on purpose, just to get free printing, before I even had a printer, jet printer, all that stuff, Canons and stuff. But it was hard in the beginning. And then if a stage production cost me back then a little $800 to do a show, and today it's like $6,000 to do a show. I appreciate it, but I wasn't making any money. But I was getting known, and back then I did a lot of things I did because of the ladies. I wanted all the girls because the girls were spending money and girls were buying tickets and women they like entertainment, And I did stand-up comedy because I wanted all the girls. I wanted all the girls to laugh at me and laugh with me and come to my shows and stuff. So I had a lot of girlfriends, back then. Not today. I'm older, wiser, smarter, richer. No. So on my first production, I wrote Joy Cometh in the Morning. It was very successful. For years, it was a lot of years. I didn't make any money doing stage productions. I wasn't making any money. I mean, I worked part-time, and my part-time job wasn't, paying me what I should be paid. So I worked part-time. Then I was doing plays. Then my rent is close to whatever back then, about first time like $700 to $800 a month back then. And I was living downtown, in a loft, over the city, whatever. I wanted to live the way I wanted to live, whatever. And I would bring my checks home before I had kids. Bring my check home. Then I had a play coming up. I made it around the same time I would get paid, so I'd have rent every month. So with not making that much money off plays and part of my check, that was my rent. I know it sounds real weird, and a lot of people are doing that today, going through this same thing today, and that was years ago. Before that, I was living with my mother. I stayed with my mother, and that's like the same as your mother's probably one of the worst things in the world you could do. You can sneak in the refrigerator and get some food here and there sometime, but you got to pay your rent. My mother's house, you got to pay rent at my mother's house. She'd be so nice, come stay at my house. Oh, baby, come stay with me. Oh, Lord. And then the first of the month, she'd be knocking on the stairs, she'd be downstairs, like I was upstairs, she'd knock on the door. What that rent money? Get that rent money. I couldn't have no girls either. Get that out from my stairs. Get out from my stairs. She was like, oh my God. The girl would be like, oh my God, that's your mom? I'm like, yeah, that's the lady. That lady, she crazy. But it was rough. Starting out trying to do a play. And I'll be honest, I wasn't making money doing my plays back then. Like I said before, I was making maybe $300 total to bring home. About $300, but the play was like $800 or whatever. So whatever I made, it went into paying or whatever, musicians or whatever, and things like that. And I wasn't making any money. I didn't make money back then. I made a name for myself, which I needed the money back then more importantly. But then I started asking, like I said, I asked people I knew for money. Doing a play, I need $100, I need $200, and I was begging for money, begging people for money. You know, begging to do a show. And the shows were good shows. And people loved it, but I used to have like maybe, I had no more than 27 to 30 people at the show, at my shows. No more than, then it got to where it was 50, 94, 112, go back down to 40. Now I'm doing like, you know, selling out shows, you know. You know, and the plays are right, they have a message to them. You know, people are really receiving a message from the plays. I don't do the plays for money. Now, I mean, we all have to have money, but I don't do plays for money because the message is so strong now these days. Like now, when I write plays, the messages are so strong that God don't want me to do it for money. I'm gonna get paid. He don't want me to go in it for the money like I used to. I used to do it for the money, but now I do it because I have to. Because I'm commissioned to do these productions and bring the word. I'm like a messenger, and I've grasped that. I've accepted that. I've taken that in, you know, and I've been blessed to come in contact with a lot of people that wants to help T.Y. Martin. Before I even got a studio, before I got my own office opening August 1st of this year, before I had my own personal in-house actors that I use all the time that are so good now. I mean, it's like, you know, I thank God that people help me to get to where I want to be, to get my dream out, to get my dream seen. I know, get my dream seen. It sounds weird, but still, you understand. I try to tell people, you know, it's not an easy job, but if God wants you to do it, you better get busy, because it's a reason behind it. It's a reason why you have to do it. You know, God don't use people. He don't care who he used. You could be walking down the street and a bum will say something to you that brings light to you, and you're like, wow, you know. Most people will say, oh, you're a bum, you don't know what you're talking about. I mean, now times are different. Times have changed. I'm making more money now. I know everybody in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta, and I'm the #1 playwright in Atlanta, they say. Not because I'm the only playwright in Atlanta, because they say it, because what everybody say. You never say it yourself. Never label yourself, let people label you. They say this. They say I'm consistent. Consistency makes you #1. I don't care what you do. If you sell pencils downtown, if you sell them every day, you're going to be consistent, and people are going to know you for them pencils. You ain't saying about no eraser now. I said pencils, whatever you got. You know, so people, some people in Atlanta or wherever city, you know, I give them props because they say they want to do this, but it's a lot more than just saying I want to be an actor, I want to be a producer, I want to be a director, I want to be a comedian. You have to really sell yourself. You have to promote yourself. Unless you got a big time promoter that's going to promote you 24 hours a day, which a lot of us don't have. You have to do it yourself. You have the best pictures. I've seen some of the best headshots I've ever seen in my entire life. Some of the best resumes. The way they, on the paper is nice. The centered and just awesome, you know. And then when they come to audition, the monologue is not good. You're late. There's a lot of things wrong with that. And when you get hired, the director has to keep beating you down. I should have to beat you down. If you got a resume that good and a picture, headshot that good, I should have to punch you and beat you in rehearsal all the time. I should be like, ooh, all right, you know, like that, you know, giving you props because you have studied your craft. You believe in what you're doing. You believe that you are the best. Without hurting somebody else, you know inside that you're the best. But don't walk around talking about I'm the best singer, I'm the best actor. No. Let other people tell you that you're a good actor. Or that you're beautiful. Or that you can sing. Or that you can dance. Don't walk around talking about, oh, I can dance. I'm a good, you know. Jokingly, yes. But when it comes down to being serious, let people tell you that you're a good actor. You're a good dancer. You're a good singer. You're a good model. You're a good parent. Let people tell you are. Don't walk around talking about a good parent. No. Let the kids tell me you're a good parent. Let people around me tell me you are. I don't want you walking around talking about you. But anyway, I guess the bottom line is, you know, just this journey I've been on for 13 years. Longer than that, really, because I've been doing stand-up 10 years professionally, and over 20 years in the business. My advice is for people to pray, literally. Pray and promote yourself, and no matter what, continue to follow your dreams. Follow your dream, no matter what. If you gotta get rid of family, they say your family. If you gotta get rid of friends, if you gotta get rid of people around you that are not like you, you have to. You don't see horses running around with lions, or you don't see birds hanging out with elephants, or crackheads hanging out with. Yeah, you do see that. Go down. Anyway, that's not important. You know what I'm saying? So, bottom line is this. No matter how hard it is, and it is hard, even today, even now I'm selling out shows, and I know everybody, I'm making, you know, doing this. I'm T.Y. Martin. I can go in a restaurant today and say, this is the truth. Let me get this, that. Oh, I'm T.Y. Martin. And they're like, I'm T.Y., can I get a discount? I get a discount on whatever I want. That's just in restaurants. If I go somewhere, anywhere, and I walk into, if I go to a concert, like a Lil Wayne concert somewhere, and I don't have a ticket, I say, oh, I'm T.Y. Martin, I should be on that list. You who? No, I'm T.Y. Martin. I'm playwright T.Y. Martin? And make your eyebrows go up? I mean, because I believe who I am. So if I believe who I am, they are gonna believe that I'm somebody. You are nobody unless somebody believes in you. You're somebody, but you're nobody. So, I mean, hold on a second. Think about what I'm saying. You ain't nobody if I don't know you. I'm teasing. Be somebody. You know what I'm saying? If it's easy, don't take it. If it's hard, stick with it. You fight. You be the number one. You know what I'm saying? I know I make jokes about it, but it's a fact that, you know, once God tell you to do something, you better do it. And it's not going to be easy because He didn't design it for it to be easy. What I do is the hardest thing where what I do is hard. Playwrights out here, and a lot of my prop here, hand goes prop, soul, brother, soul train, peace, all that soul. I got it for you, love for you. But you cannot do a play every 6 months. You gotta be consistent. You gotta have a play right here and a play overlapping that play with another play in the same city. I ain't saying go on tour. I say